Women's discontent will be heard at any coffee shop or bar if you stay there long enough. He wants just a friend with benefits. He is completely uninterested in a serious relationship. Thanks to Tinder and similar applications, he can hook up with new women every night of the week. There are no good men out there who are interested in tying the knot, according to the general consensus among modern women. Even though marriage rates have progressively decreased since 1990, there are still men who fall in love and want to get married, but not many. Why is there such a decline in the urge to commit to marriage? Welcome to Relentless Man. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. Please share our channel and look out for our up-and-coming videos. Let's get straight into the reason men don't want to marry. Keep watching till the end, as our number 1 is the main reason. Number 12. Change of life. In contrast to a boyfriend, a husband is a noticeable difference after marriage. This entails undergoing a metamorphosis from your original self to a new one. While it's okay for some men, others dread losing their previous routines, which they perceive as their original selves. No man enjoys being told he is inadequate, therefore his fear leads him to adopt a negative attitude. Sometimes he fears he would become a bland married man with little thrill in life like his father due to the responsibility of a wife and children. Most married men and women would agree that this is untrue, but many men continue to have a false conception of marriage. The dread of change induced by marriage leads individuals to shudder, causing them to have a negative impression of marriage. 11. An uncertain future. When single, the majority of men have a clean mirage-like image of their life's trajectory and goals. It's a rather extravagant idealization of the solitary lifestyle. It is merely a beautiful, seductive fantasy that captivates them. After making a commitment, the answers to all questions become serious, and they perceive the idealization to be as elusive as the dream, which is a depressing thought. When most men consider this, they feel they are losing control of their life and are going toward an unsatisfying future, causing them to pull back. 10. The negative perception of wives. Perception is a significant reason why men fear marriage. Every few hours, there is a significant likelihood of encountering at least one crude remark aimed at nagging wives. Because of the proliferation of social media, a skewed perception of marriage has developed, based on the fact that wives may be an annoyance. No individual is perfect, and no marriage is either. Marriage has its low points, but it also has its high points, which independence cannot replicate. The majority of men, however, prefer to concentrate on the negatives and acquire an incorrect perception of having a woman as a life partner. Eventually, the male loses interest in marriage and develops a fear of it as time passes. Number 9. The end of romance. Men like romance as well, although we never really admit it. As a boyfriend, they like going out with their girls, spending quality time with them on the weekends, and all the chemistry and attention their girlfriends provide them. With marriage, that girlfriend becomes a wife, and it's likely that she will no longer be the girl he formerly dated, since her priorities may shift. Since his first female interaction is his mother, he anticipates that she will have a similar demeanor, one that is serious and maternal. She will undergo a significant change as a result of motherhood, and he concludes that she may become the kind of irritable wife that no guy wants. Phobias are irrational, which is why men dread marriage and why the fear and hype continues to grow. Number 8. No time for friends. This is a further reason why men fear marriage. Getting married may diminish his availability for weekend vacations, nights out, or sporting events with his closest friends. The prospect of not being able to do the things one used to do with one's closest friends, and the inability to spend quality time maintaining ties with one's male friends causes most men to reject the concept of marriage. Number 7. The dollars. Financially, there are a number of reasons why men fear marriage, ranging from the expenses of the actual wedding and everything that follows. This is less likely to occur in the modern era since men and women receive equal wages. In certain instances, however, this outdated mentality continues among males who are worried about increasing family costs owing to the addition of a new member. Again, this is an issue that a boyfriend will not face. Moreover, the majority of men are hesitant to accept new directions and recommendations about how they should spend their money. It contributes to the "what if I'm not enough" mentality. In general, this leads men to feel uneasy about marriage. Number 6. Additional responsibilities. It is a broad point that encompasses everything from children to domestic duties, things about which a boyfriend should not be concerned. Marriage will increase the load of this labor, resulting in less time for the man to enjoy his favorite pastimes. Many men are frightened by the prospect of losing themselves in the profusion of marital obligations, despite the fact that marriage has its advantages. It is the only reason why both men and women are terrified of marriage and commitment. We've gotten halfway through now. Anything sound familiar? We're sure some of these reasons have hit a nerve, and it only gets better from here. Number 5. The I to we. This is another reason cited for why men fear marriage. Once he marries, his language will shift. He will refer to my paycheck as our income. My home is now our home. And the potential implications of this generate resentment in some sense. Obviously, women also get paychecks and may be co-owners of a home, but when most males consider their futures, they see their lifestyles similar to how their parents lived. Undeniably, most men loathe surrendering their most cherished personal items, which they would do after marriage. The idea of sharing their valued goods with a woman terrifies an independent adult male to the core. Number 4. Lack of confidence. Even if a guy is interested in marriage, he may be uncertain about how he would handle the obligations that come with it. This lack of confidence drives the majority of men to fear commitment, because they believe they will no longer have control over the course of their life. Consequently, the shift from boyfriend to husband is difficult. The question, "why if I'm not enough?" leads to an even worse "what if?" And all of these what ifs culminate in a lack of control over everything and ultimately eroding his natural confidence. Number 3. Enjoy it now, because after you're married, there's a good chance that you have read or heard several married men complaining about their mundane sexual life in movies, on television, and in various subliminal messages. Many older men who have been married for years are often seen advising young unmarried men 20 years younger to enjoy their bachelorhood, since after you get married, it depends on the relationship, and men are not fickle by default, nor do they wish to continue having sex with everyone forever and ever. It's simply that they like having options available at all times, as part of the control factor. Marriage ends the liberty and choice of searching elsewhere. Although it will not cause them to completely dread marriage, it will diminish their interest in the institution. Number 2. Losing their independence. Being married means sharing a life with a woman who will have a significant impact on many of the choices he makes during his lifetime. He is concerned that he will be forced to consider her viewpoint on everything from the shade of the curtain to the kind of ice cream that should be bought for the family. The vast majority of men are aware that it is proper etiquette to consult their wives on various matters, and also makes perfect sense to do so. But it seems that some men don't like it, while others are able to adapt after being married. If you try to force them into it with this mindset, all you'll end up with are gloomy love tales about men who are cranky. Before we go into the number 1, let's look at some crazy statistics. The divorce rate in America is 2.9 per 1,000 people. There are currently over 750,000 divorces in the US each year. The average length of a marriage in the US is 8.2 years. The national divorce rate for adults aged between 25 to 39 years is 24 per 1,000 people. Our number 1 is divorce. There are a significant number of men in today's society who have personal experience with the mental and financial strain that divorce places on the family unit. Men are avoiding marriage because they often believe that it will eventually end up in divorce. Because of this fear, many are unable to see the advantages of being married. either as a child growing up in a dysfunctional family or as an adult who has been there, done that. Unmarried men choose not to marry because they do not want to put themselves in a situation where they would be as vulnerable as they would be in a marriage. The trouble with having this mentality is, of course, that each and every one of a couple's love stories is unique. Simply having been through one divorce does not guarantee that you will go through another one in the future. There are a significant number of guys who have been divorced and go on to have a fruitful second marriage in today's society. It is not necessary to prevent oneself from experiencing wonderful love just because a prior partnership didn't work out. Men who do not marry may be absolved of their illusions by learning about the emotional, sexual, and financial advantages of marriage. Studies show that married men fare better than single men. Contrary to what you may believe, if you listen to single men brag about their sex lives, married men enjoy superior sex lives. According to the National Health and Social Life Survey, 51% of married men were extremely satisfied with their sexual lives, compared to 39% of men with women but not married to them, and 36% of single men. Due to the deep emotional link between married individuals, the quality of marital sex surpasses unmarried sex. This leads up to some very spectacular explosions in the bedroom. Studies show that marriage provides men with ongoing advantages for their financial, sex life, and physical and mental health. Thank you for watching Relentless Man. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell. Please share our channel and look out for our up-and-coming videos.